We're here with Stuart Blatt, president of DBA International, the Association for Debt Buyers. And we want to talk today a little bit about the concerted effort going on between your organization, ACA International, NARCA, and the Collection Law League of America. How that looks and why you think that's necessary right now.
Sure, I would include in the mix is IACC.
IACC, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
As it happens, this all began back in 2004 when I gathered all the association executives to a meeting in Chicago. And ever since then, we've tried to meet periodically to share ideas and exchange ideas and establish a common ground where we can be of assistance to the financial services industry.
Great. And how specifically have you seen the interactions with the other associations play out? I guess there's a lot more common ground than there is uncommon ground.
Well, as associations, we have a unique obligation to our memberships, and each association obviously has different goals and different problems that approach their particular industry. So when we get together, and I use the term common ground, we try and find those things that move as a thread through all of the associations that we can cooperate on and have an effect on the industry and the consumers that we deal with.
I think everyone realizes that the industry is basically under siege. And it's been the wisdom of the executive directors and myself and our elected officers that our associations need to work together. This is really a time where we need to work smarter, we have to share resources, and we have to communicate with each other.
Great. What type of interest are you seeing from your membership and even the memberships of the other associations? Have they been receptive to this?
I think we've been wildly successful. Now granted, we have only entered into this collaboration for about 6 months, but all the feedback I'm receiving, Patrick, is that people are happy, people are pleased, people of the industry feel like they are finally well represented on all fronts.
Well, I think in light of everything that's been going on at the federal level and even at the state and local level with respect to the collections industry, there's been a recognition that working together makes a lot more sense. Trying to present a united front on areas where we can find common ground is really important. And the thought was, just sitting down, talking about the issues and trying to find ways that we could work cooperatively together would be a good way of at least beginning the efforts to respond to some of these pressures, particularly in the legislative arena.
What kind of issues do you see your membership focused on? So how is this going to impact CLLA members?
Well, obviously we're the commercial law league of America, so our focus is primarily in the commercial sector. However, we do have a number of members that are involved in consumer collections, both in terms of collection agencies as well as attorneys. We also have members who are debt buyers, and so obviously the issues that affect ACA, DBA, and NARCA are ones that impact our members as well. So the thought was just trying to provide our members an opportunity to engage in a conversation on issues that affect consumer-related concerns, because we do have members that do play in that space and are looking to have their voices heard as well.
Certainly the organizations have a lot of smart people in it, a lot of things to offer, and working together there can only be some benefit there. I think over the last, through my involvement in NARCA, there's been some tougher times between the organizations, and I think now we have very much of an open dialogue, and our executive directors and VPs and like Diana Darrow from our organization are working together with the other execs of the other organizations on a regular basis and helping to create that flow of information to help sort of move our industry forward.
Have you heard anything from your membership about this? Are they saying anything? Are they seeing anything positive being back to you?
Well, it's interesting when you talk about the membership. A lot of members of our organization are members of the DBA, or they're members of the ACA, and certain members of the CLLA. So there's a ton of crossover in the organizations, and they attend our conferences, we attend their conferences, and so there should be a lot of synergy there. And the question is whether or not we can take that synergy and move it in the right direction. And those are the things that we're working on now. I mean, there's certainly a lot of negative publicity out there in the accounts receivable management industry, and we're all aware of that. And, you can look at the paper every day and see something negative, and I think what we need to do is work together and talk about things that are positive. And I think there's a lot of positive things out there about our industry, and working together, that's a great way to bring those things out.